We are doing this podcast seconds after Iowa defeated LSU.
5
Nah.
seconds.
Oh,
Oh
nah.
my God.
Oh my God, baby!
This is
Oh
a
my God!
I ain't even gonna be on her.
94-87 Iowa LSU. This was a rematch of last year's championship game in the Elite Eight. There are a couple things to talk about here. Starting off with the star of the show, Caitlin Clark, 41, 12 assists, 7 boards, 1 block, 2 steals, 9 for 20 from 3. She really got him up. 13 for 29. She brought along Kate Martin with 21, Sydney, or I'm butchering her name. Yeah, Sydney Ofter with 16. Big minutes from little Gabby Marshall. We love that. On the LSU side, Flajay Johnson, 23 points, went 10 for 18 from the field, 6 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Great defensive game. Star of the team, Angel Reese, 17 points, 20 boards, 7 for 21 from the field, 3 for 8 from the free throw line. 3 blocks, but fouls out at a crucial time. Last person to touch over there, and nobody's going to want to touch her after this game. Haley Van Lith, 9 points, 2 for 10 from the field, 2 turnovers, but it seemed like she had so many more. And then just awful defense on Caitlin Clark. I want to start
trash.
Two-way trash. They said she was sick. We're not giving that excuse. I want to start with Sage, especially because, this was his first time watching both of these teams, watching any of these people. Let me just thoughts. We just doing thoughts based off of that game. That was a great game.
As the person with the least analysis, or at least the person that is least qualified to analyze, let me start from the bottom. This motherfucker right here. Look, I've apparently she had a bad foot, bad breakfast. Apparently she was sick, washed, all that stuff. Hey, what I saw tonight, I'm going off of what I seen tonight. This is my only game seeing her. Yo, she sucks. Now she in college, so after today, it is what it is. I'm sorry, shawty, because it is with you're in college. I ain't gonna do too much, but tonight you suck. And that's all I gotta say about her. Next things next. Now, in regards to somebody who I care for a lot more. Oh, actually, let me start on the 3rd place medal, the bronze medal. Most impressive player to me is a combination of to be honest, Angel Reese and Kate from Iowa. Them two, hey. Kate ain't that bad, and then Angel did her thing. Now, obviously, I didn't know Angel didn't really have a bag for her, and I know y'all gonna be like, obviously, bro, it's my first game. I didn't know Angel didn't have a bag, so she's a rough 'em up kind of gal. I like that, and then Kate gets her buckets when she needs to. Silver medal going to my favorite player, Flajay. There it is, Flajay Johnson. That's my girl right there. I'm just saying, Caitlin ain't scoring her. I'm just saying. But in number one, it almost did. Almost fucked her up. We ain't talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Hell, I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, y'all, even I gotta admit, and Caitlin was so scary. Number one, a lot of people in the chat were talking to me about Paige, talking to me about some girl that's 6'7", some of all these other names about who they're rivaling Caitlin as number 2. Look, I am the casual. So y'all got it. I have to listen until I see to prove I'm wrong. But I think you niggas is just chatting. You telling me someone else is in this league doing 42, 7, and 12? Hey, okay. But I seen Caitlin Clark do some shit that I don't even think Cam Reddish could do. I seen Caitlin Clark do some shit that Killian Hayes, boy, I don't think he's ever done that shit. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. Caitlin Clark is her. There's a reason why all these brand deals are choosing her. And from what I've seen, if it's really her, Kate, and friends out there, yo, this is 2018 Bron, bro. I'm hella impressed.
The power of friendship, man. Bezos, Damo, whichever one. Y'all know I want to close this out. So whichever one of y'all want us to go.
I'll go. Fantastic game. I mean, I feel like that's the consensus with everyone. Lived up to the hype. One of the most hyped up games I've ever seen in my life. And for that to be a close game, for the stars to show out, the star to show out the way that she did, I mean, there's really not more you can ask for. I mean, I would have hoped Angel Reese played the whole game healthy. She was banged up early in the game, but everyone was healthy, relatively speaking. Everyone was on the court. The stars came out, aside from her. Can't point at her. Yeah, she was the only star that did not show out, so that was disappointing. But not really. That's one of the memorable moments of that game that will never be forgotten, for better or for worse. I'm just happy that we finally figured out exactly what the fuck is gonna get people to watch women's basketball. And I like I understand, we wanna we only care about what's on the court and shit like that. But at the end of the day, what makes people care is storylines. Like, y'all wanna be mad at people for caring about storylines and certain matchups, but that is a part of what makes sports great. That is a part of what makes sports entertaining. And we saw that on full display this night. We saw that on full display this night because that all the storylines going into this game made this game so much more interesting on top of how great it was actually on the court to watch. Bro, that's one of the greatest games I've ever seen. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, and for me, I'm gonna keep it quick because I know Omar really wants to get to it. I'm gonna keep it quick. I'm gonna give the bad and the good. The bad, personally, everyone can say Angel Reese played well, but I'm not gonna lie. That lack of a bag that Sage talked about, that Giannis style ball without the dominance, it's hard to watch. I feel like LSU could have went in other directions. I kept calling for Flage. We all were calling for Flage, but there were no adjustments made. My first bad flag, I guess I'm gonna say, first bad flag goes to Leslie Nope, aka the coach of LSU. I don't know her name, but Leslie Nope was over there. Hey, Leslie Ham might as well have been.
Yeah.
Her hands should have been in her pockets. The way she wasn't coaching, Jesus Christ, left Alien too long. Wasn't making no type of adjustments defensively. Wasn't trying to change the zone, change the scheme, anything. Just
He was dropping on Caitlyn for a couple plays, so I'm like, what the fuck?
Just letting Caitlyn cook how she wanted. No adjustments. The coach gets the biggest flag. Angel Reese didn't show up, in my opinion, offensively with some of the things that she could have done. This game was unnecessarily close for a long time until Caitlin Clark and Iowa finally got going, got running. There was plenty of chances for LSU to dominate this game. Just a lot of those ladies came short. Again, outside of Flage, and I forgot, I don't know who 24 name is, what 24 name is, but she was hooping for the most part. I seen her. She gave a little better post work. Got a lot of good shots. And of course the good. Kate in Iowa came to hoop. Gabby, Omar kept calling out all game. It was not going unnoticed, unappreciated. Her defense was crazy. She was causing havoc, making it hard for everybody to get comfortable, and was just hustling, doing all the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. And of course, the real MVP, Caitlin Clark. Big three niggas, be careful, because I'm not gonna hold you. You better take with your legs and grab your bitten gay, because she is not one of them. Y'all think y'all can just push up on her and rough her up? No. Caitlin Clark is like that. I love the assassin mentality. I loved her ability to get everyone involved. She was not holding the moment for herself. She picked her time, picked her shots, and she kept passing, kept her head up, throwing dots all game, even when teammates is missing layups. A lot of people, you missed 2-3 of these. All right, I might as well take it. No, she's still giving everybody the ball. He won't show me a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't watched too many Caitlin Clark games. I just heard the legend. I'm not gonna lie. I believe the hype. She passed all boxes. The women's game is in a good place right now.
Yeah, no funny. And it's going to sound crazy for people that did not watch it. She could have legitimately had a 40 and 20 assists. There were really, like, if not 8, 6, 7 assists that were like, you should have either caught that or you could have
just pump fake.
Yeah, you could have did something with that. But literally, she could have had a 40 and 20 on that side. Listen, man.
He's on fire.
You know, I've been preaching the gospel for a long time. That's mommy for real. I don't.
Oh man, not again.
I don't know what else to say. I don't even necessarily care to talk about the play because niggas have seen that, time and time again. Like it is what it is. I've talked about that before. We've talked about that before. If you've been watching this tournament, she's been playing, I don't want to say laid back, but more passive. And it seemed like she was saving herself because she knew
Before we move forward with the rest of the podcast, we want to shout out the sponsors of this podcast, Prize Picks, our personal favorite way to play daily fantasy sports. The game is very simple. All you got to do is download their app, go on their website. They got a bunch of different sports up top with a bunch of different statistics. And if you know ball for real, you can win some money. Let's go ahead and make some picks today. The Lakers are facing the Sacramento Kings. Damo, do you think Austin Reese can get more or less than 24.5 points, rebounds, plus assists?
This is a big game for us. We need this dub. Give me the more.
Scoot Henderson facing the Atlanta Hawks. Do you think Scoot Henderson can get more or less than 4.5 assists?
I'm the biggest Scoot hater in the land. He's gonna forget his guys at home. Let me get the less.
We'll go ahead and put $10 on this entry, place entry, and boom. That is how you make an entry. And if you guys use code LKIB, you guys can get up to 100% match on your first deposit, up to $100. So if you put in 20, they'll give you 20. Now you got $40 to work with, up to $100. Links to everything will be in the description. And shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video.
And this round, the next round, and then the round after that, in order for me to win, 40 plus. Simple. It don't take it, that's what it's gonna have to be. That's what happened last year. She scored 42 games in a row, and then in the championship game, she just couldn't get it done. I do want to go to the LSU side first. Yo, Kim Mulkey, we knew you were an awful coach before. We knew you got your rings off of talent and just dominating and all that stuff before. It's only right here. Kim Mulkey is known for being a player back in the day, then coaching Brittany Griner, having a 6'8" player in college basketball, especially at the time, was great. I think Brittany had somebody else on her team that ended up being in the WNBA too. Her name escapes me right now, but that's how you got it. Last year, you had some dogs, I'm not gonna lie. And you noticed and you kept in people who were ready to live up to the moment. Haley was not ready to live up to the moment. And there's a lot of ways we can go about this. This is the problem with the transfer portal. I listened to a space the other day. Ole Miss coach was talking about players just hopping into the transfer portal. You average 2 points. You average 1 assist. And you think you the person that needs to be in the transfer portal? Fuck no. You suck. Have you been working on your game? You go in here to average 2 points, then here to average 2 points, then here to average 3 points is not doing it for you. You played out of position this whole year. You really struggled this whole year, Haley. So I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth being in the mix, being in LSU, being down there doing your thing. I know it was a great time, but that was a mistake. You wouldn't have been on such a good team in Louisville, but that was a total mistake. Yes, definitely shouts out to Flage. I disagree with Damo. I mean, Angel did a lot. She played with a lot of heart, a lot of passion. She gave it her all. But when you don't develop over the years, that is what your all looks like. And you can get away with tenacity once, you can catch people off guard with that. But I am actually very proud of the job that Hannah Stokey did this year, and Addison O'Grady, Big 44. I'm glad. I'm proud of the jobs that they did. On the LSU side, shout out to Flage, shout out to Michaela too. I definitely don't want to take it from them. I do want to say I thought Flage was supposed to guard Caitlin though.
Even this casual got that one right.
That might be a coaching thing though.
That's it. But I'm gonna keep it 100. They waited till the fourth quarter to bring that out, and the first thing Caitlin did.
Hey. No. It was the second thing. It was the second, third thing.
Okay. You know what that open up.
Nobody saw that coming, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
And I ain't gonna lie, Flage looked like a mannequin. She looked like she was.
She was so far. It was like 35 feet out. I'm like, why?
I think she fouled her too. They just didn't call it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then she still pulled it on her, and then she fouled
yeah.
Call it.
Definitely was a no call.
So I don't want to at Iowa, job's not finished. Y'all know how I feel about Iowa. Y'all know how I feel about Caitlin Clark. Y'all know how I feel about little Gabby Marshall. She had somebody come and get buckets with her. What I don't want to see, because this was a great coming out party for a lot of people. I think last year was a great awakening, just the rumblings and all this. This year has been the buildup. I'm glad that this happened when it did happen, because if they were on different sides of the bracket, this may have not happened. So I'm glad that this actually got to happen. What I don't want to see is the bullshit narratives tomorrow. I don't want to hear about Angel Reese's grades, her boyfriend, her NIL deals, her lashes, her weave. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about Flage's rap career, her NIL deals, the antics off the court. I don't want to. They came to play. There's only one person who didn't come to play today, and that was in my opinion, but I expected her to do that anyway. They came to play. They did a great job. The only thing that somebody might say that would call this, oh, this is what trash hoops looks like. College basketball is tight on the travels. They just are. So there was definitely a lot of travels there, but they tight. They're just, I mean, they really are. It really don't matter. But this was a good showing. I'm never begging anybody to watch women's basketball again. If you watch this and you have complaints, then you're exactly what I've been saying this whole time. I've been vindicated from this whole time. You are an NBA fan. You are a Lakers fan. You are a LeBron James fan. You are not a basketball fan. I know y'all hate it when I say that on this podcast. I know they hate it when I say that on this podcast. But if you were one of the ones who watched this, which I think this will be one of the biggest and most watched basketball games of this century, or this decade. But if you were one of the ones that watched this and still say the same shit, you do not like basketball.
Hey, I'm a basketball fan. I've been watching a lot of college hoops this year, so allegations beat. Yes, sir.
Hey, but my thing is though, everybody's gonna sit here and say basketball fan. My thing is, man, and it's fine to be an NBA fan, but y'all just don't need to lie about it, especially if this is the kind of game that didn't really hit for you. If the some missed layups didn't hit, we watched this entire game, no dunks. You are crazy. You think this game is bad because they didn't dunk the ball? What? That'd be a take in history, bro. So like the idea of lowering the rims, all this stuff. No, let them do exactly what they're doing. It was a fantastic product as an omni-casual of women's basketball. Hell, some of you think I'm an omni-casual to Lakers basketball, and I think that's the one thing I'm good at. But like, if I'm a casual across the board, dog, hey, it was entertaining to me. So if it was entertaining to me, I guarantee you, Mr. NBA 246, it'll be fantastic to you, unless you only like the NBA.
You would have to care about dunks so much to like not find that shit interesting. Where are the dunks? Oh my god, like bruh, Jesus Christ, that shit is not what makes basketball entertaining. But yeah, the narratives tomorrow are about to be nasty, and that's really what I hate about this whole situation. Is there's gonna be a lot of confirmation bias on the timeline. See, this is what I'm talking about. When I'm gonna just keep it a stack, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have already come out and said they're cool with each other. Even the animosity between them has been blown out of proportion. These two teams came to hoop. They hooped. It was a clean game, and y'all are about to twist and turn this into whatever y'all want, and it's about to be nasty.